It seems that wherever you have bars and cars, drunk driving, despite its well-known dangers, will continue to make our roads less safe than they should be. The effects of drink on driving are well documented, and most countries have specific limits on the amount of alcohol allowed in the system of anyone driving a car. Marijuana is second only to alcohol as the world's favorite intoxicant, which led a team of Israeli researchers to study the difference in driving impairment between someone who is drunk and someone who is stoned. Researchers said it wasn't hard to come by volunteers for the study at Israel's Ben Gurion University, where they used controlled amount of alcohol and marijuana and a driving simulator to monitor the effects of the drugs on people's driving. The researchers said one commonly held view that marijuana users were more aware of being impaired and therefore would drive more carefully was a dangerous misconception.
When you're under the effects of alcohol, you drive faster than you're supposed to, and you have a certain level of confidence, and you feel that you're really on top of the world. When you're taking marijuana, you actually feel impaired. You know you're not quite there, and so drivers tend to drive slower when they're under the effects of marijuana. And people have often interpreted that, well, driving slower means you're driving more cautious. And so maybe it's a good thing to take marijuana.
But time spent in the simulator by people who had smoked marijuana and then had to deal with pedestrians, cars pulling out of side streets, and other unexpected events revealed that simply being aware of being high did not make marijuana users safe drivers.
Time seems to go on forever. And so we think that people drive slower because they have a different sense of time. In fact, anecdotally, in one of the experiments that we ran, a person started passing another vehicle and then in the middle of the passing maneuver just stopped in the opposing lane.
The research showed conclusively that although drinkers and smokers reacted differently behind the wheel, both presented an acute danger to themselves and other road users. While this might not come as a big surprise to many, the researchers say the next step of their studies could provide new insight into the dangers of drivers using a combination of different substances.
The next frontier of this kind of research is to find the effects of particular combinations that are either commonly used medicinally or commonly used for recreational purposes.
There's no doubt that road safety campaigns and increased law enforcement have made our roads safer in recent years, and research like this is proof that more needs to be done to make people aware of how the substances they consume can change their view of the road ahead.
I had an accident.
Ilana Ringler, Reuters.